History is filled with chilling stories and baffling mysteries that continue to haunt us. Some crimes are so strange, so perplexing, that they remain unsolved decades, even centuries later. Today, we're diving deep into the 5 most mysterious unsolved crimes of all time. These cases have stumped investigators, fascinated the public, and left behind a trail of unanswered questions, from cryptic messages to entire planes vanishing into thin air. Prepare to explore the shadows where truth and speculation collide. Let's begin our countdown. Starting our list at number 5 is the eerie vanishing of the Soda children. Imagine this. It's Christmas Eve 1945, in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Soda family home catches fire in the middle of the night. George and Jenny Soda escape with 4 of their 9 children, but 5 are tragically left behind. The fire department arrives hours later, and by morning the house is nothing but a pile of ash. The most haunting part: no remains of the 5 missing children were ever found in the rubble. The official conclusion was that the fire had been hot enough to completely incinerate their bodies, but the Soda parents never believed it. They pointed to strange occurrences before the fire: a mysterious car scene parked nearby, a phone line that had been cut, and a bizarre comment from a man trying to sell them insurance. Was it a faulty wire or something far more sinister? Over the years, the Sodas received strange tips and even a photograph in the 1960s, supposedly of their grown-up son Louis. They spent the rest of their lives searching for answers, even putting up a billboard with the children's faces. To this day, the fate of the 5 Soda children remains one of America's most heartbreaking and enduring mysteries. Coming in at number 4 is the infamous Black Dahlia murder. In 1947, the city of Los Angeles was rocked by a crime so gruesome it became a legend. A woman walking with her child in a vacant lot stumbled upon a horrific sight: the severed body of a young woman. She was later identified as 22-year-old aspiring actress Elizabeth Short. The media nicknamed her the Black Dahlia. The brutality of the murder was shocking. Her body had been surgically bisected and drained of blood, with a grotesque smile carved onto her face. The case triggered a massive investigation and a media frenzy. The killer even taunted the police and newspapers, sending them letters and some of Short's personal belongings. Hundreds of people were interviewed, and dozens confessed, but every lead went cold. Was it a jealous lover, a mad doctor, or someone she met in the shadowy corners of Hollywood? Despite numerous theories and books written about the case, the identity of the Black Dahlia's killer has never been confirmed, leaving it as one of the most notorious unsolved murders in American history. At number 3, we venture into the snowy, desolate landscape of Russia's Ural Mountains for the Dyatlov Pass incident. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced ski hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, failed to return from an expedition. When a search party finally reached their last campsite, they found something deeply unsettling. The hikers' tent was ripped open from the inside. Their belongings were left behind, and footprints in the snow showed they had fled the camp in a hurry, some of them barefoot in sub-zero temperatures. Eventually, all 9 bodies were found, scattered across the mountainside. The mystery only deepened when their injuries were examined. Some died of hypothermia, but others had suffered catastrophic internal injuries, like a crushed chest and a fractured skull, with no external signs of a struggle. Even stranger, some of their clothes were found to have traces of radiation. What could have caused these seasoned hikers to abandon their shelter and run into a frozen wilderness? Theories range from an avalanche to secret military weapons testing, and even an encounter with a Yeti or aliens. For over 60 years, the Dyatlov Pass incident has remained a chilling puzzle with no definitive solution. Our runner-up at number 2 is one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time: the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, a Boeing 777 carrying 239 passengers and crew took off from Kuala Lumpur, bound for Beijing. Less than an hour into the flight, it vanished from civilian radar screens. Military radar tracked the plane, making a sharp turn back and flying for another hour before it disappeared completely. The transponder was turned off, and all communication was lost. What followed was the largest and most expensive search in aviation history, spanning vast stretches of the Indian Ocean. A few pieces of debris confirmed to be from the aircraft washed ashore years later on the coasts of Africa, thousands of miles away. But the main wreckage and the black boxes have never been found. What happened in that cockpit? Did the pilots deliberately crash the plane? Was there a catastrophic mechanical failure, a hijacking? The theories are endless, but without the plane, we have no concrete answers. For the families of the 239 people on board, the lack of closure is an ongoing tragedy. The fate of MH370 remains a gaping hole in the sky, a modern mystery that defies explanation. And finally, the number 1 most mysterious unsolved crime of all time: the Zodiac Killer. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, a serial killer terrorized Northern California, claiming at least 5 victims, though he boasted of killing as many as 37. But what made the Zodiac truly terrifying wasn't just his brutal attacks. It was his game of cat and mouse with the police and the press. He sent a series of taunting letters and cryptic ciphers to local newspapers, He demanded they publish his codes on their front pages, threatening more violence if they refused. To this day, only some of his ciphers have been solved. The most famous one, the 340-character cipher, was cracked by amateur sleuths in 2020, but it offered no clues to his identity, only more boasts and defiance. The killer would call the police after his crimes, calmly reporting them himself. Despite a detailed sketch, multiple witnesses, and a massive manhunt, the Zodiac Killer was never caught. His identity remains one of history's greatest whodunits. Countless suspects have been named over the decades, but none have been definitively proven. The man in the hooded executioner's costume, with the cross-circle symbol, simply vanished, leaving a legacy of fear and a puzzle that continues to fascinate and horrify the world. From a fiery mystery on Christmas Eve to a phantom killer who played games with an entire state, these unsolved cases remind us that some questions may never be answered. They are dark corners of our history that continue to challenge our understanding of what's possible. What do you think happened in these cases? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more mysteries. See you next time.